Yeah, I guess we're just going to go for Kai'Sa here. We do have Luden's Tempest, so it's going to increase the power for her Kothian Rain, and I think I actually like that better than her Voidborn Carapace, at least for now, until we get her up to what, level 18, I think, for her to get 2 rare relics. Nope, level 19. Ah, either way. And for now, we have Regeneration on her because it's a harder keyword to find for a deck. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, sometimes, you know, playing as offensive as you would with Darius, I mean, it might leave you more vulnerable for other things. So, we're going to go up against Draven here. We are using Kai'Sa. We are 2 stars with her, level 14. And yeah, we're just going to go into it. Already went over the relics. Oh my god, they already gave me sharing is caring. This is over. This is free. We're going to go up against the arena here. They have Noxian Entertainment. They summon their namesake card. What it does is at the round end, both sides' strongest units strike each other. This is a pretty good hand for us. We're going to keep it. Alright, they do start with the attack token, though. We'll drop down our Elusive Voidling. We're going to let them just hit us for 3 damage. I don't mind. And we're going to drop down our other Voidling that has Augment. Augment's another keyword that's harder to find. And we'll end around there. We do lose the Augmented one, but I think that's okay. I'd rather do that than lose our Elusive one. Here we're going to use the Void Blaster, and this is going to give us Overwhelm too. And we're going to attack with both of our units here. Unfortunately, chances are we'll lose our Voidling to the arena. We do get the Void Blaster still. And we do take out their unit. So, not the greatest, not the worst. Alright, so for that, what we're going to do is we're going to use Exhaust on it. And we're going to drop down the Belvethi. Nah, we're not. I have to like really think on this now. Maybe we drop both the Exhaust here. Okay, that's fine. We'll use Payday. And we'll use Lucky Find on our Void Blaster. And we got the power that we wanted to, or the card that we wanted to, so now it's even stronger. We're going to have to do this again, since it is a 2/5 unit. Damn, we didn't get what we were looking for, but we'll give it... I mean, we could give it Fearsome, I guess, for now. Yeah, that works. Fearsome gave it stats, too. Thanks to Kai'Sa being 2-star and having Void Touched. Okay, well, we definitely dropped Kai'Sa down here. She isn't evolved just yet, but there it is. Thanks to sharing is caring. It's kind of neat how that combination works, truly.
Great.
And we are going to use Second Skin on the Void Blaster, and this is going to give our Kai'Sa Overwhelm. So we don't have to worry about that either. And we're going to attack with both. And, yeah, it doesn't really matter what happens because the Kothian range is going to flow through them. And since we do have Overwhelm on both of our units, we just take the win. Very easy, very simple.
So long, Void. See you next time.
Okay. Yeah, I absolutely love getting Sharing is Caring and welcome gifts. It's so good. We're going to go for the Hextech Fabricator 1. And with Exhaust, we already have Exhaust, so sticking to the cards in our starting deck helps us out a bit. Otherwise, it just pollutes our deck. So since we do have Kaisa, it really does have a tune. We're just looking for extra keywords, basically. I mean, Kane does have the opportunity to give us elusive, but with him being a 5 cost, I kind of don't want that. Teemo would be nice. Yeah, I'm cool with this. We're going to go for Teemo. It's always a great... It's probably not the best option to use that against Draven, but as long as he survives, I think we'll be okay. We're going to go up against Kato and Shirza here. Shiraza. They do have the power couple. Their allies with Overwhelm have 3 additional attack. 3 additional power. That's okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all about the 1-1 regen. We'll drop down the puff cap up here first. Alternatively, I could have used Void Seeker. Well, we don't have enough mana to use Void Seeker now, so kind of limited here. We're going to use it to block the Affectionate Poro. And that's going to put some mushrooms in their deck too, which is cool. Some puff caps. Alright. And we are going to drop down our favorite card. Just Teemo, and now our puff cap pup is elusive and has lifesteal and regeneration. So we're doing cool. We're doing good. We're just gonna attack with both, to be honest with you. We're gonna attack like this, so Teemo gets a little bit further with his level up condition. And now we're gonna drop down the Aspiring Chronomancer, and we're gonna go for we'll go for Payday. All those options are good though. And we'll end the round there. Okay, so before we do much else, we're going to use Void Seeker here, and we're going to take out the Thrashing Snapper. And we're going to utilize Payday at the same time. And we'll use Lucky Find on Teemo. And we will give him probably a little bit more attack. Not like it matters currently, but it might. We'll see. Alright, so we're going to block with our Aspiring Chronomancer. I suppose it doesn't matter who we block. We're going to keep the other 2 though. Us having elusive with lifesteal is huge. Alright. And now it's time for us to have a little bit of fun. We're going to drop down Kaisa here. I think we're going to get the same effect as last time, where she just levels up immediately. Maybe after I use second skin.
Adapting my methods.
Okay, just kidding. Well, so much for that. Well, anyways, we still have a lot going on here. We're basically going to go back to full health. And Teemo does level up off that too, which is great. And we're so close to ending. That's kind of unfortunate, but that's alright. Hey! See? You can't sleep on Teemo. The puff cap won us the game. Absolute MVP. True. Alright, we're going to go for the battle rewards. And we're going to go into the champion item chest. Supercharge being cheaper is cool. We'll go for that. We have the item chest or the Scribe of Sorrows. I don't think I really care for the Scribe of Sorrows normally, so it doesn't leave me many options here. We could go for Barrier on Kaisa or Challenger. Doesn't really matter. We're going to reroll again. Farsight Alteration on Teemo sounds nice. And we're going to go up against the Arena Bookie. They have the power level off the top, and after that, we're going to go into the shop. But to go back a bit, round start, their strongest unit gets additional power for each card in my hand. Alright, well, we're going to go into it. We'll see how we do. We should be okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, well, we're going to replace Teemo here. Yeah, I've only used it like a couple of times early on, and so like sometimes I just forget what it does. I just remember me not enjoying it as much, so I just kind of ignore it. It's more beneficial for us to drop Teemo early on than to drop the Puffcat Pup. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna use Payday. Yeah. And we're going to use Lucky Find on Teemo here. We're going to give him more power. And we're going to attack here too. Yeah, I mean, well, I think I had a rough item choice between like Teemo and Kai'Sa. Like, me like choosing between Farsight Alteration or Quick Strike Blade, they're both like really good for Teemo. And they're both really good for Kai'Sa too. So it's kind of like a hard choice in that sense as well. We're going to need to have units to block here. We'll sacrifice the Puffcat Pup. I mean, it does have a strike effect anyways. And we'll use Void Seeker on their Thrashing Snapper that they just dropped down. Oh, damn, I wasn't thinking about the Challenger. Rip. Well, we lose both of our units, but we get some more Puffcaps in their deck. Next turn is turn 4. We'll see what we draw, but so far it's looking like a double Chronomancer moment. We could go for Poison Dart or Exhaust. I think Exhaust is a little bit better in this situation. We do have another Chronomancer drop down though, so the last predict should be overwritten. We're going to draw another Teemo. And we're going to attack with both of them. There's no sense in us not attacking. They lose both of their units here for free, which is awesome. And we're going to end the round there. Alright, so I have the choice here to drop down Kai'Sa or Teemo. We're going to go for Kai'Sa here, just for now. And that gave our Chronomancer her keywords, which is cool. And this turn around, we're going to give everyone Elusive. She already has regeneration though, so we'll see. Alright, Elusive and Overwhelm. And we should be really good to go now. Yep. We're going to use Second Skin. Actually, I guess we don't need to use Second Skin. No one else has any keywords. We're just going to attack. Screw it. They're going to lose their Arena Kingpin. And we are pretty much going to end the match here. For the most part. I mean, let's see what this does. Couldn't do anything, but we'll see.
Adapting my methods.
Yep, did nothing. Oh well. They do have 13 Puffcaps, so there's a chance. Okay, well, it didn't happen. We're just going to use Poison Dart on their Nexus. Another anticlimactic victory. But it happens. It's okay. We did level up Teemo from that too. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, you have a point. We'll go for a field promotion here. It lets Kai'Sa get Scout. Preserver. Okay, so this card with Trapped Treasure is probably like one of the worst options, in my opinion. So with it having a countdown of 2, it's like they're just going to get their card back in 2 turns. There's no point. The chances are, at least against Draven, it's going to hurt us more than help us. We have the shop here that we went for. Brothers Bond's okay. Raiding Party's good. We can go for that. We have a lot of cards with Farsight Alteration, I've noticed. Yeah, we'll go for Brothers Bond too. I just want one copy, I don't want two. We're going to heal to full health here off this healing node. And we're going to take on Lee Sin here. Right now, we are going to be leveled up to 15, I think, after this encounter. So I'm pretty happy. And I'm also going to change the name of the stream real quick while this is loading up. Okay. Alright. So, we're back, basically. We're going to get rid of field promotion. We get it anyways with Farsight Alteration. Cool. The sand's okay. It's not... I wouldn't go as far to say as it's great, but... I took Kane. That's actually what inspired me to put Corrupted Star Fragment on him. Yeah, it just was like, well, I'm not going to play around with it and just, you know, get my ass handed to me if I use Annie. There's no point. We're going to hold off on dropping down the Voidling here. They do have a 2 power, so we're going to use Payday. Oh yeah, it shines. It's so good. I did that early in the stream though, so after we're done streaming here, I'll make that public and you can definitely check it out. It should be early on. It's my first thing that I do. We're going to give Teemo extra health to be able to block the sparring student.
And spoil the surprise?
That does have regeneration. I might as well just tank this. We lost our Teemo once again. This is the worst trade deal in history of trade deals right here. Alright. Oh yeah, it should be pretty cool. We have a couple options here. I think dropping down the Voidling first is okay. A lot of our cards would already have Evolve. And I don't think Tough is super valuable right now. We could drop down the Puffcat Pup and that would give it quick attack and make it into a 3-3. Or we can drop down the Belvet the Elder. I think the Elder is just a stronger card in general. We're not going to attack here since there's no point in doing so. So we're going to wait off a bit. We could use Brothers Bond, but I don't think it's going to change anything. We'll drop down the Puffcat Pup here. Unfortunately, we have a lot of weak units trying to block a lot of strong units here. And I don't like how that goes usually. Yeah, they get the Resonating Strike with Lee Sin. So, that sucks. He gets Barrier. He gets the challenge. We'll use the Voidling block there, and we'll use the Puffcat Pup block there. And we'll commit to this. That's only offensive, but that still sucks. Yeah, we lose all of our units to this block. We take one with us, so that's okay. We do have some spell mana for field promotion this turn around, so we can have Kai'Sa with Scout, which I would not complain about.
Here's where we make our stand.
And that levels up Kai'Sa.
I know what they are.
So we're still in this.
I know how to destroy them.
Second skin, pointless, currently. We are going to go for the attack here, of course. And we do have a Kothian Rain. That's going to deal 2 for each positive effect that she has. Unless, of course, they stun Kai'Sa. And then it does nothing. So we can't utilize Scout because she was stunned, unfortunately. But she does keep Scout, so we're okay.
Hello, Kaya.
We're going to drop down the Chronomancer here. We need cards. Otherwise, this isn't going to go very well for us at all. We predicted Exhaust here. We can't use it, sadly. But we're going to do our best here. We're going to commit to this block. I already know that they're going to take out Kai'Sa off this. But I think blocking the damage is a little bit better for us here. Yeah, we have another Kai'Sa in hand too, so we're okay. That's still a lot of damage to eat though. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, sometimes it's pretty hard. Pretty hard to deal with. We're gonna pass since we don't have enough mana to drop down Kai'Sa again. And hopefully they don't have another stun in hand to do this to us again. We don't get Scout for her this time though. That's not any better. It's a one-way strike, so I can't do anything about that. Yeah, they just have so much board control that they're using against us. I don't have any other units in hand aside from Kai'Sa. So, unfortunately, I think we lose. There isn't much I'm able to do here. We're going to use Exhaust. We're going to try to nerf their units as much as I can. Yeah, this really is unlucky for us.
There's still time.
Yeah, I mean, even if I drop down Kai'Sa, we're only able to deal with one of them. And even so, like, it's crazy. Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna try again. We actually did just get unlucky, I think, with all the stuns and board control that they had. And that they used on us. And pretty much every attack that we made, we lost cards, thanks to their quick buffs that they get for, you know, having Lee Sin, Resonating Strike, and stuff like that.
Your will, my hands.
So we're going to try again. I didn't read off the power last time. They have the power always listening. And this is what created my issue, is their free Resonating Strikes, and them having 2 of them. We are doing this to level up Kai'Sa, though. We're not doing this for Draven completion, because we already beat Draven 3 times. So, either way, I'm still kind of happy. We're going to get a level off of this for Kai'Sa either way. We're going to replace the Exhaust here, and probably Teemo, because we have Farsight Alteration. Okay, well, we have the Elder too. That's cool. They do start with the attack token, so they get the double Resonating Strike experience. Have to make sure they don't play a unit that's Challenger. So far, so good. We'll drop down Teemo here.
Prepared for anything. I am prepared.
And we're just going to let them hit us for 1. And we're going to use Poison Dart here to deal 1 to the Eye of the Dragon. Them using Resonating Strike here is fine. That doesn't matter. I mean, they're free spells, so they get low going for them. So they get a Dragonling next turn, which gives them lifesteal. We still don't have Kai'Sa drawn. Oh, speaking of which, we're good. That actually helps us out a lot here. We could use Payday into the Belvethi Elder. I think we'll do that. We'll drop down to Belvethi Elder here first. That gives Teemo Evolve and Spell Shield. And now we're going to use Lucky Find on him. And we are going to give him extra attack. He is an elusive unit, so we're just going to attack with him. We're going to ignore all their other cards here. We're going to hit them for 5 and put 5 Puff Caps into their deck. So now they have a total of 8. They lose their Ephemeral Dragonling that was created from Eye of the Dragon.
I won't stand by. You are brave,
And
young one.
I already know that, you know, they could use Dragon's Protection, which gives Lee Sin Challenger. They also get a couple Resonating Strikes here. So the best thing for me to do early would be to use Brother's Bond to buff up Teemo, probably. Alternatively, I could try to use Payday and give him Lucky Find. We're going to go for Brother's Bond here. We'll be a little bit more offensive. I could actually use Exhaust here on Lee Sin before they do anything else, and now I can use Payday. And we're lucky find Teemo once again. We'll give him Tough. I kind of need him to survive, but I doubt he will, thanks to Resonating Strike. We're going to use him to block the Eye of the Dragon, and we're going to use the Elder to... we'll use it to block Scales of the Dragon. I figured with them doing what they're going to do for Lee Sin anyways, he's going to get Barrier, so there's no sense in blocking him. But he does get buffed up. So we trade units for damage. Dealt to us, basically. Lucky for us, it's our turn 5. And our Teemo has a lot of keywords. We're just going to evolve Kaisa right away. It's also our attack token too. And before we attack, we're going to second skin our Teemo. And that's going to give Kaisa elusive. So now the only way for them to do things is to use their Dragon Kick or whatever it's called. Which is a mock of Lee Sin's ultimate in League of Legends, of course. But look at all those keywords. This is going to hurt them like a ton. Yeah, we're going to commit to this attack. And next turn, we can use Poison Dart on their Nexus to end. Yeah, that's true. They used all their mana. If for whatever reason they don't lose to the puff caps they have in their deck. Speaking of which. Well, if that wasn't the case, we could have used Poison Dart. Yeah, I'm happy we got through that. I wasn't expecting us to have to use the revive the first time around. But yeah, we just got unlucky. We just got unlucky with our stuns and board control the first time. Oh, hell yeah. We are definitely going to use Bonded Bucklers. Maybe we should use on Teemo though, since, you know, I stacked up his keywords that time around. I guess it doesn't matter. Bonded Bucklers is still the choice here. That's so good for Kaisa. We do have Quick Attack on some of our cards. So, Enfeebling Strike's not bad. And we either have the choice between the Minotaur Reckoner or Horns of the Dragon. Horns of the Dragon's pretty rough, but there is a item chest behind it. We don't have our revive anymore though, so we'll just go for the Reckoner. They have a healing node behind it. If we're going to end with full health, we might as well try to cut a card maybe and look into that. There's nothing off the top of my head that I want to cut immediately. So we'll see. We're going to keep our hand. Yeah. And we're going to get Teemo from Farsight Alteration here. So I think I'll be playing him in the Voidling this turn.
Where's my axe?
Yep. Alright, so we're going to start by dropping off the Voidling this time. Okay, they attack us for 3. I'm just going to skip this block. We'll eat the 3 damage. And now we drop down Teemo, and that's going to give our Voidling elusive and regeneration. We'll end the round there. And here, we are going to drop down the Belvet the Elder, and that's going to give them Spell Shield, so I don't have to worry about that as much now. So, their Arachnoid Sentry. This stun spell isn't going to go through their Spell Shield, really. We're going to use Payday here, and we're going to buff up Teemo. We're going to give him Quick Attack, I suppose. Tough is okay, too. No complaints there, really. And we're going to attack with just these two. They are both elusive, so that helps us out a bit. We have some Puff Caps starting in their deck, and we're looking pretty good to go. Alright, so Brutal Hunter's a strong card for their attack turn. We're going to use Exhaust on it, and we're also going to use Exhaust on their 5/2 Arachnoid Sentry. And to wrap things up, We'll drop down the Puff Cat Pup. And that's going to give those that don't already have quick attack. Thanks to sharing is caring. Alright, and we're already evolved. We're going to use Void Seeker here to take out their Brutal Hunter. And we're going to commit to this before we go for the attack. We're going to use Supercharge, and we are going to use it on our Puff Cat Pup. And we're going to use the other one on our Elder. And we want to use these on our non-elusive units just in case they do something funny. And we're going to commit to this attack with all of our units here. And we got a lot done that turn. Alright, so we're going to pass. They have 13 Puff Caps in their deck. There's a chance that they draw them. They didn't, but there's a chance. We're going to drop down Field Promotion into the Belveth the Elder. So our Elder here is going to have Scout, and she's going to give everything Scout. Okay, so no matter who we use to block the Legion General, we're going to lose it, and we're going to take 2 damage from that either way. We could sacrifice our other Elder there, and we could use Teemo to block since he does have regeneration. Same with the Voidling, and we'll commit to this. So we lose 1 for 3, and that's really good for us, I think. And we'll pass.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
We'll pass again. And it'll be our attack turn. As you can see, we have a ton of scouting units. They're pretty screwed. They also have 13 Puff Caps in their deck too, just in case, you know, this doesn't do it for them. Alright, here it goes. It's going a little bit slow. I mean, Teemo levels up. But yeah, it's pretty good. We would have been able to scout again and attack again, obviously. We didn't need to. 1 attack was enough. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to tell me about your weekly adventure experiences as well. So we got through ours a bit ago. We used Kane with Corrupted Shadow Star. Especially, it helped a lot for the first adventure. Anyways, so back to what's on the screen. We're going to go for Payday here with Farsight Alteration. And we're going to go into the healing node. We're just going to heal up back to our full health. And now we have the shop. So between these, Crescent Strike would give us some nice board control. Beyond that, I'm not too thrilled with everything else. We could go for In My Sights, and that would help us out a little bit. We either have Scales of the Dragon or Savage Reckoner. I think this Savage Reckoner with Survival of the Fittest is a really hard encounter. So we're going to go for Scales of the Dragon here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think Star Fragment on Vi is interesting. Her starting deck has some strong cards. Well, sometimes I go Savage Reckoner just to mix things up. But I definitely think that the Scales of the Dragon is the easier encounter. I should have replaced Teemo. I got too distracted. Oh well.
I fight with my spirit, not my
Alright, so we're going to open up by dropping down Teemo.
Reporting in.
So how was it for using Garen? Like, I don't use Garen all that much. So I'm kind of curious. Oh, and before we end our round, we're going to use Payday, and we're going to use Lucky Find on Teemo. And we're going to give him Overwhelm. Why not? Alright, that's going to give us another keyword, and that's going to trigger Kai'Sa's Voidborn. Which is also good for us. So, yeah. We're going to use... Oh, we can't use Field Promotion just yet, sadly. We'll drop down the Elder.
Take the chosen to safety now.
And that's going to give Teemo Spell Shield too.
A child's
And we're going to attack with just Teemo, I think.
They'll never know what hit 'em.
Since his active works whenever we do Nexus Strike, we're not going to use him to take out Eye of the Dragon. So we're just going to commit to this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I still used Kane with Corrupted Star Fragment. I just used it for all of them. I was having so much fun with it, though. So, all in all, it worked out for me. We're going to use Field Promotion here, and we're going to drop down the Chronomancer. And we are going to predict Payday.
In this timeline, we're sure to save it.
And that's going to give everyone Scout. Ooh, they dropped down Challenger. Damn. Well, we do lose our Teemo.
Die, creature.
But I think we'll be okay if we block like this. We are going to use Void Seeker. Yeah, we're going to use Void Seeker here and take out Eye the Dragon. And we'll end the round there. We do have 2 scouts to use still. So, we'll see. Unfortunately, we're not getting Kaisa or anything like that, so... It's not the greatest thing ever. But we're going to make the most of what we can. We're going to use Lucky Find, and we're going to give our unit here... We'll give it 2 health. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. We're going to use Exhaust here on their Scales of the Dragon. We're going to use Supercharge. We'll use it on our Chronomancer, and that's going to give him more stats, thanks to Void Touch.
It can be undone.
And we're going to attack with both of them. I'm going to use the Chronomancer to take on Scales of the Dragon. We'll see how that goes. Okay, well, I think it has Spell Shield, so... Yeah, damn. Okay, well, that didn't go as planned.
I must fight.
That's alright. We're going to commit to the attack like this. We should be okay this time, though. Our Elder does have regeneration, so we're alright. I wish we can get a Kaisa draw here. That would be really good for us. Cool. Alright, I have to be careful. They didn't attack, which I'm happy about. Alright, we do have another unit. So, Field Promotion, Void Blaster. Sounds good to me.
And leave all these wasters to you? No way.
And we're going to use Supercharge on it. Just like we did with the Elder. And we're going to attack with both here. Since Horns of the Dragon is vulnerable, we're going to use our Void Blaster to take it out. And we're going to commit to this attack. And we're going to do this again. So this time around, they don't have anything that's vulnerable. So chances are I'll lose my Void Blaster here. But it does have Overwhelm. And I think I'll value the damage over having the unit still. Although, yeah, I could have played more defensive. I'm just worried about them getting, like, I don't know, unit advantage, I suppose, and some of their stronger spells. We're going to drop down the Hive Herald here, and we're going to copy Belvad the Elder's keywords. They decided not to attack again, which I'm very grateful for. And we'll be able to win this turn, actually. Oh, yeah. That's really cool. I have yet to unlock Tom Kench this time around, but I'm sure that would be pretty cool. This time around, we're going to copy the keywords from Horns of the Dragon, and we're going to give everyone double attack with Scout. So, I'm actually really excited for this now. Alright, so we're going to attack all of them except our Hive Herald. And, well, we don't need to use Vulnerable. They lost either way here, unless they have some board control. Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah. Yeah, the Hive Herald kind of tipped the hat in our favor even more. Taking their double attack was kind of fun. And having it with Scout, there's no way they'd come out on top of that. Okay. Yeah, I think so too. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. We're going to go for Oracle Lens on Exhaust. It gives us more predicts. Lets us control our draws. So, out of these powers, we're going to go for Locket. I mean, honestly, I feel like I should use this on Teemo. We usually get him on the board really fast, and he only has 1 health at first, and we're going to go up against Draven. And, yeah, as long as Draven doesn't get Challenger, I think Teemo will be okay, but I forget if, like, he comes, like, if he immediately has it, thanks to him having, like, a certain relic on this map or something like that. I don't know. I know he has, like, strikes and other stuff he can do, though, so I have to be careful about dropping Teemo first. And we don't start with the attack token. That's the other thing I have to realize, too. We're going to open up with the Void Seeker on their Thrashing Snapper. That's... okay, well, they dropped down another. I can't help that. We can drop down the Voidling here, and it does have lifesteal. We will eat the 2 damage because I prefer to give lifesteal to everything and heal back to full health eventually. They do get Draven from their power, God Among Gladiators. So they summon Draven whenever he isn't in play, and when they attack, he gets additional power and double attack. So this encounter can be quite fearsome, especially with me picking Teemo as support. This is kind of a challenge in itself. I could have used field promotion there, but that's alright. We are going to use Exhaust though, and we're going to use it on Draven. So we do have Barrier here, and we are going to pick Popcat Pop in our prediction. So we're also going to use Payday here too, and we are going to buff Teemo, I suppose. We're going to give him extra health or Spell Shield. Either of them are fine. I think Spell Shield's the best, probably. And we're going to continue this attack. Both of our units are elusive. Our Voidling has lifesteal, so we could eat some damage from them too, without having to worry. Alright, so we're going to drop down Field Promotion first, and we're going to follow up with the Puffcat Pup, and this is going to give everyone quick attack and Scout. We're going to use the Puffcat Pup to block, perhaps, and we're definitely going to use the Voidling to block. I think we just eat the damage from the Arena Kingpin and from the Thrashing Snapper.
Time for the money.
Oh, we do lose our Voidling. That's actually a rough loss for us because it does have lifesteal. Next turn, though, we do get Kaisa on the field with all of our mana. Hey, and they did draw 2 shrooms too. That's cool. Yeah, I agree. Having lifesteal is so nice.
Something the void will never understand.
That's okay though. We immediately get Kaisa to level up. And we're going to get all those keywords from Teemo. So now we have a Kaisa that has Scout and Elusive. And we're just going to go to town, basically. We have 2 attacks here. This first one's going to deal 16 damage unless they can stop me somehow. And they take a lot of damage from that, just from the Akathian Rain that we have going on. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing again, because I don't think they learned their lesson the first time. Damn, we almost won from Akathian Rain as is. Having Luden's Tempest on her is pretty cool. I think it's a little bit better, in my opinion, than Voidborn Carapace. At least early on. Because sharing his Karen basically gives you that anyways. In some encounters, Voidborn Carapace is definitely worth it though.